It's kind of crazy that even back then, like they were doing only card in some
I think
places.
it was Switch that was really taking him off the edge. Thank you for tuning in. This is MoonKILL. We are Street Play.
Well done.
Nice. Yeah, good job.
I froze. It's like,
I was like, wait, what am I supposed to
sigh.
say?
Yeah.
I know I need like a
Yeah.
someone like dropping
cards,
then yeah,
yeah.
the cards.
gasp.
All right. Got it? Good? Good? We're live? Okay. Cool.
Whoa.
Cool.
Real time.
You're on the spot. All right, welcome to another edition of MoonKILL Radio. We're sitting here again with, if you guys, hope you guys watched, because they fucking rip. Street Play, welcome.
Thank you.
Street Play
Thanks.
from the LA area. Again, two separate words, street and then play. Yeah, we're good. I thought we had hand signals there. Tim, how you guys doing?
Doing
Doing
good.
great.
Wow.
How's it sound? Is it okay for you
It
guys?
was so much
It's
fun.
great.
Thank you, Joe.
It's awesome.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks for playing. Thanks for playing the extra one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
of
of
course.
That was good. Just give me a little history about Street Play.
Yeah. I mean, Street Play started when Raz and I were kids. I was 16.
I was 14.
Yeah. We kind of just found each other, and we were like the only people that we knew that played instruments, and we were like, let's start a band. Like we both have always wanted to be in a band, and yeah, so we started writing songs right away, probably over like a year.
Yeah, I think it was about a year before we played our first show.
Yeah,
and stuff, so
yeah.
Things progressed pretty quickly. Jake joined a few years later.
Yeah.
And I feel like when Jake joined, that was when like things really maybe like solidified in terms of our sound right now. Which is really great. I think we went through a lot of iterations before that, in terms of like genres and lineups and stuff. But it was always like me and Jenna, and then Jake. Just like a few, I think. But
We've got a couple other, and then but now like we just
it felt really solid like as soon as Jake joined.
You
So.
didn't go through the whole, like, we went to 5 years of
No,
No.
thank God, no,
Yeah.
yeah. No, we were super grateful. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, like
Yeah.
That's so
I was the one exploding all the other drummers.
Yeah.
And you came back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reforming. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You guys all, like, I mean, like I asked you before, but we're on here, so how do you describe yourself?
Yeah, I mean, we've gone through a few evolutions, but we're grunge, with a lot of elements of punk. We've always been super punk inspired, and yeah.
We're very Halloween inspired,
Yeah.
or like I think it's a common passion of all of ours. Like we've always kind of been more attracted to those kind of darker, like gothic elements, or just like that whole season is very rich for us. So I think of us like a little bit of a Frankenstein. Like we have a lot of pieces of things that make something cohesive.
In a spooky, scary monster.
And a spooky, scary monster, yeah.
Yeah.
It can be quite daunting, but yeah, and haunting.
Mm.
But yeah,
So that single you have, okay, so how do you pronounce it? I played it on my
Lycanthropy?
show, but, huh?
Sorry, lycanthropy?
There you go.
Yeah.
Say it again.
Lycanthropy?
Lycanthropy.
Mm-hmm.
hmm
Yeah, I can't fucking say
it's a mouthful. This is also a
tough.
spelling bee.
Yeah.
L
Lycanthroph.
I'm like, I just spelled it out for you fucks because I can't. Fucking,
Right.
I can't say it.
It's an old word.
I type it down and I just put it in the chat like here. This is,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say it. It's like for me it's like Spanish. I don't speak Spanish, so
Mm.
Yeah.
I play songs with Tyler. Yeah, here. This is what it spells like.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, like.
Thank you for playing it.
Oh,
on
no,
your
Yeah,
show,
thank you.
Yeah, thank
said-
you.
We have you guys in here, so we're big. I'm a big fan.
Oh.
Big fan for a while. Yeah, I don't remember how I found Fatu.
Oh, mm-hmm.
I found them first, and then that led me
Oh.
to Street Play.
Cool.
No, trying to get Fatu in here too. No, just to them.
Oh, no.
Busy.
Yeah, it's been
Busy
busy.
bees,
Yeah.
Right. But have her here. Put on her
I'm
spot.
stuck.
Yeah.
We got Faith in here.
Hell yeah.
That's funny.
The chair just
I know.
locked in place.
Damn.
That's so funny.
So you two have always been in the heavier side of music, or
Yeah, I mean,
there's a lot of fuzz in that guitar.
yeah. No, I've definitely always been into punk. My sister always got me into metal when I was younger, and then, but I listen to everything, and like I've always like really loved hip hop. I love gangster rap and all that. Gangster rap. Yeah, no, I love music, and I know these two both have like huge library of music too. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's why I used the Frankenstein analogy earlier, because we all have, I think we all
Yeah.
bring a very different subsect of, you know, um, music to the project, or we all bring um, different ideas inspired by um, our individual listening tastes. So then when it gets brought to the band, it kind of just gets contextualized in the greater unit, and it makes for something really fun. It's not really that fun to be creative with people who all listen to the same thing. Like I've done that before, and it's like, oh yeah, oh this song, and it's like, yeah, you showed me last week. And it's, okay, yeah, well it's cool, right? And like it's more fun to be kind of challenged to seek out other newer things. Yeah.
How long you been playing drums?
Since I was 8 years old is when I started. My dad was is a drummer, and I grew up watching him and going to clubs and stuff. So I was like the headphone baby in the clubs that you see. Like that was me.
That's so funny.
In the papoose, like learning, like suspended on my mom, whatever. Um, yeah. So I just picked that up at a really young age, and I grew up around drum gear, and um, my dad was lucky enough, or I was lucky enough to have a dad who would want to show me some stuff. And from there, he just kind of was like, you can borrow what you want and you find your own path. So I just started playing as much as I could. And I think joining this band in particular, it was like my first real door opening into like the greater scene in LA, because I was always playing, like little beer festivals in like public parks and stuff like that, or family festivals. Yeah, I was playing drums in bands and stuff, and um,
Rock bands?
yeah, like rock bands. I mean, hard. It was very simpatico with what I think like Street Play's doing. Like it was kind of in that realm, but the audiences. We were playing to like toddlers dancing with their mom, and then like kind of like beer gutted old men. Like, what? Are they the Red Hot Chili Peppers? I don't. Like just not exactly the target audience you want as like a young person playing music. So then when I joined up with them and just became really close with them, I got to meet like so many new and exciting people and just play amazing venues and just I think live that ideal, um, like young musician life style.
From LA or
Yeah, from LA. Like yeah, yeah,
LA boy?
yeah. Born and raised.
Right? What
Yes,
were
sir.
you playing like when you first started?
Um,
Like 8 years old, what are you playing?
oh, like music.
Yeah.
I mean, like I feel like everyone's introduction is like usually the Beatles or something. So studying Ringo, but then my dad is a huge fan of funk, and so he introduced me to Prince at a very early age, and that was huge to me because I feel like most kids don't pop out of the womb and then learn about Prince. It's usually like you find Prince, or you hear it on the radio, you go on your dive or whatever. But that was from a very early age, like 3121 and Purple Rain, and just so many Dirty Mind, like so many great records just ingrained in my memory. And that's what I would play along to, because I've just always been attracted to more like the groove side of things. Like I'm not really a blast beat guy. I don't have licks like that. I don't have that supple of a wrist, but I like to just have fun and be engaged in the music and play to what the music conjures from me and just what the song feels like it needs. And I annoy them with my cymbal choices, which is fun. Yeah.
No, it's different, man. We have a lot of drummers come here talking about Prince.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's so much intersectionality in so many different kinds of music, which is what I love. Like, I love that I like Jen as a fan of Prince. Like Raz and I bonded over funk like at a very early age, like when we were first meeting. Um, and I love being able to talk about like Parliament Funkadelic and then be like, okay, let's write a song, Duh! You know, and like however that gets passed through us and comes out, it's like there's an imprint of those influences, but it doesn't have to be like, let's make a funky song, whatever, like.
Nah, it's more like it's for funkadelic.
Yeah, exactly.
After 10 times fast.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, thank
lady,
you.
you want the 4-string bass?
Yeah.
So you play guitar, right?
I play guitar and bass.
Okay, I see you play guitar before. I'm like, you're an actual
Mhm.
bass player.
Yeah, yeah, I do both. Bass was my, well, I mean, I sort of played guitar when I was like younger, but bass was my first like serious instrument that I took on. And so I just, yeah, love to play it.
So LA born?
Yeah, I'm from LA. Yeah.
What'd you get into? Like you picked up bass first,
Mhm.
or you're like, okay, I gotta play this. I wanna play it.
That's a really good question. I mean, I think when I was younger, I definitely was like mostly influenced by like kind of like punk adjacent. I mean, I always, my dad kind of like Jake was like very influential in my music taste. He really liked metal and punk and stuff. He also has like a very very diverse palette, and so I was introduced to like a lot of more experimental music. Like Coco Rosie is someone who's like very influential for me, and they like kind of merge like more like orchestral and like jazz vocals with like more like spooky stuff and like, but I think when I was first playing bass, I remember learning a lot of like Cherry Glazer like bass lines and like very simple things, but that I think kind of spoke to like the current moment and like what was happening in music, like with I mean like the Fallen Burger records. I think I was very into that kind of stuff, but also like, Suicidal Tendencies because they're from Venice, and like Black Flag and Henry Rollins, and I don't know, I was trying to learn jazz at the same time. Like Jake and I were in jazz band together in high school, and
Yeah.
so I think that was like pretty influential in terms of like getting more like technical with things. So I don't know, it's been like a pretty mixed bag in terms of like influences and what I've been trying to like mirror. But I think like important bassists for me were like in the Pixies. I think that was like pretty cool. Honestly, specifically like their second bassist, Paz Enchantin. I've been really like inspired by her, like in her performance, and then also like she has a lot of like beautiful like guitar based records that she did, and so I think she's like a really cool, well rounded like discography. Yeah.
And the lead.
Yeah.
The lead.
Yeah, I mean, I picked up guitar when I was probably 7, like the same age as Raz. I was super influenced by my dad as well, also a drummer, and I was really just playing anything I could follow along to. I was, um, we're getting hand signals.
Static?
Can I use mine?
Yeah, no worries.
Oh, like the whole thing is static or just the mic?
My mic? Can you hear me? Check. Test.
Intestines.
Testes. That's right. No?
There's so much cool stuff in here.
Yeah, I the whole time I was like, wow. Do you think our mics are still live?
I think we're live. Are we live? We're cool. Welcome
People
back.
hear
All
us?
right. So we're here at the top of the hour, MoonKIll
Yeah,
Radio.
whatever.
All right, up here,
Stop.
street play. So what is heavy about? Let's get to the nitty gritty of it all. I want to hear from both of you guys. All right, that was great. All right.
Sounds fine right now, right? How about that? You hear that? Okay. Maybe it wasn't the Fu Manchu.
Oh, I thought you meant the band.
Yeah,
I
me
don't
too.
know why.
Godzilla.
Hey, love you guys are here, but I wouldn't mind having them here neither.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Mm.
Okay, back to
Jenna.
Back to lead.
Yeah.
father was a drummer.
Yeah, my dad was a drummer.
So wait, okay, so his dad was a drummer.
Yeah.
He became a drummer. So was your dad more like, here, I'm gonna drum, you play along? And he became a guitar player,
Yeah, a
or
little bit. It was more of like I would watch my dad play the drums like along to records, and I'd be like, "That looks fun," and I want to do something like that. And I just was always really connected to like any music I was hearing, whether I liked it or not. Like I was like, I just want to listen to music. So when I picked up a guitar, I picked up a piano first to try to get the basics, and then I picked up guitar, yeah, like around 7 years old, and was just playing along to anything I could follow and anything that that had guitar in it, honestly.
whatever?
Yeah. Um, and then eventually like I really connected to punk music, and like Raz was saying, kind of like punk adjacent. Um I was really into emo music growing up, like My Chemical Romance and all of them. And I love Frankie Arrow's style as a rhythm guitarist, so I was like really trying to emulate some of those elements. And then as I got older, I kind of got into um, like Seattle grunge, Babes in Toyland, L7, like those kind of doomier grunge bands, and also just to see um, like women just kick ass, and like someone who looks like me doing that was like, fuck, I want to do that. Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, L7 for sure.
Yeah.
They were. That's a great band.
So good. And then yeah, like, and then Raz and I meeting, like I feel like we got really influenced by like the Doors and the Specials, and we started getting a ska sound like very early on, and we're like, okay, maybe we're not that, but they were a huge influence, especially in like the spooky sense, like Jake was saying, like we were really into that creepy sound, and so we've always kind of returned to those themes. Yeah.
When you listen to the Seattle, we talk about the Seattle bands. You didn't get into the Gits.
No, I did a little bit, not enough, honestly.
Man.
Yeah.
Gotta watch some old videos of her. She's fucking rad.
Yeah.
was.
Hell yeah.
You know, her story was. I don't know if you guys know the story.
Yeah.
It's
It's tragic.
Oh, man, they were fucking rad.
Hell yeah.
And then, what is it called? Evil Stig.
Familiar with that.
Evil Stig. Basically, they flipped it backwards instead of the Git, and it was Joan Jett fronting the band and doing Git songs.
Oh, I remember that. We watched like
Yeah.
a documentary about.
Yeah, check it out.
it.
It's called Evil
it was-
Stig or something like that.
Oh my god.
But
Yeah,
it was
I would
the
totally check it out.
Yeah.
yeah that was it's Gets Live, so Evil Stig.
Oh, it's all
Gets
coming
Live.
together.
Yeah,
Yes, I
that's
know
what it
band
was.
You're talking about. Yeah.
Well, it's the Gits, yeah.
Yeah,
But after she got murdered,
Yeah.
years later, Joan Jett fronted the band, and they did a whole like
Right.
show. I
Yeah.
did a few shows, I
They
think.
did.
Yeah, check. Oh
yeah.
man.
Very
No,
Yeah,
I
they-
love Joan Jett. Like such a main influence of mine.
Oh,
for
yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Got a couple posters on my wall.
Yeah.
Back in there.
So did she.
Yes.
She has a framed one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's rad.
Just waiting to be
Outta
signed.
Yeah, it's just waiting. I'm ready. I have the pen ready for her. Yeah.
Right on. Joan Jett. Yeah, that's another one.
Yeah. The Runaways. For sure.
Oh yeah. But Joan Jett was just bad by herself.
100%. Yeah.
Mhm.
You guys like Joan Jett? What about you, Meatball? Yeah, better, motherfucker.
Correct
Yeah.
answer.
Right?
Just kidding.
Yeah. We got the trap door ready.
Yeah.
Man. Huh?
Dude.
Really?
Wow.
Crazy.
Yeah, I saw her too.
my
When
God.
when I was like 15 or 14. It was probably before the band. I think I was 14. I was at a county fair and she was playing.
Dang.
And
Oh,
it was
nice.
like free. Like it was I guess she was on like a county fair circuit or something, which is like kind of funny.
That's really
It
funny.
was in the
There you
Bay.
go. Shout out to Joan Jett.
Yeah.
Whenever
shout.
you're ready, we will allow you to come in to MoonKILL. And on your next tour, you know who to have opening band.
Please.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Right?
In a heartbeat. You don't even have to pay us.
Plug, yeah. I just sprinkle some crumbs and we'll be good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like as of now, today's world now, what music you guys listen to now, or influences or anything? Just what you're listening to.
Right now, I'm really into a band called Scowl that's coming out. They just played Coachella, which is insane. Um, hardcore punk band to play a stage
Scowl?
like that. Yeah.
SCOUL?
SCOWL. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Um, yeah. I don't know. I've really been into um local music right now. I've been finally starting to go back into shows, and so I go to a show and watch the bands, and then I'll listen to all their music, and um, I've really loved that recently, and I feel like I can connect to it in a different way.
Well, who's your favorite local, or some of your favorite local bands? Now that
I
you've
love
seen.
I love Crisis Actor. We just played with them, and I know you guys have had them.
Oh, yeah.
Been here before, yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I really love them. I love Faytooth. Yeah.
Anybody else? You want to chime in?
Yeah. There's this one band, Big Fun, and they're one of my favorite
Fun.
bands around right now. They're just like a power trio. It's like keyboards, bass, and drums, and I've never seen a band so representative of their name. Like, cause you just see them and it's just like all this energy and it's infectious. Like, the crowd just gets into it, and they're just consummate professionals, but also just so loose and have a great
And
time.
is the bass player still ripped?
He is. Oh yeah, you know.
Oh
them?
yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen them a few times.
I mean,
quite a few times.
they're a bunch of hunks. It's a hunk band for
Well,
sure.
it's funny because the first time I saw him was it was like this size joint. With buddy, shout out to Vinny Vegas. Anybody knows that band Vegas?
I know Vegas. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I went to see him. He opened up for them. Yeah. Then the guy comes out with the fucking Bootsy Collin glasses and he looks like a fucking clown.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck is this shit? You know, and then dude, they just then the bass player comes out, no shirt, he's fucking like Lou Ferrigno and shit, like the Hulk. I'm like, fuck, okay, this is weird.
They're great. I mean,
but they just start jamming.
Yeah, they just have such
dude.
an undeniable sound, and
those guys are great, man. Yeah,
I love a good like heavy band with a little tongue in cheek. It's like I don't know. It's something I've been thinking a lot about. It's like you see people and like I think especially post pandemic, it's like we all want to just like get the most authentic experience possible, and so seeing people just be unabashedly themselves and just enjoy their time up there is awesome. Like I've kind of had it with the cool guy routine. Like I've been to enough of those shows with like, what's up? I'm Starfire. Why are you gonna play this? Like I'm out. I'm already outside. Like I'm in the car and I'm driving. Like I just want to see people have fun and like or just be passionate about what they're doing.
See, I fucking love this guy. He actually named a name. Finally, someone comes up here and names some names.
Oh, who did I name? I was just saying like a guy hypothetically named
What if
Starfire.
there's like a real Starfire who's listening to this and they're like,
I just ruined his life.
Oh wait, I thought there was a band on Starfire.
There's Starfucker.
No.
What's it?
Oh well, I didn't mean it,
really
Starfire.
Cool.
Let's run back the clock. Chad.
Fuck those guys. That's right.
I would. Yeah. Yeah. Shout out Starfire. What's open for you? I love you.
That's so funny.
That was awesome.
But yeah, I don't.
No, it's cool. I just
being
like
a hater.
people talking. They're just like, well, I don't want to say. Nah, fuck it, just say it.
I mean,
say it.
I'll be getting the NDA in the mail.
Trust me, because there's plenty of shows I go to, and I'm same thing. I'm like, fuck these. I even just hate the crowd.
Yeah.
And I maybe get a little old and grumpy, but especially in the Hollywood scene.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry, dude. I don't know how many fucking shows I can go to, and I have to sit with like 100 Johnny Thunders. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, dude. Seriously. Like, come on, bro.
It's all good. Like shows are a space for everyone to be themselves and like, just have a great time and be safe and like look after one another.
No, it's all good.
Yeah,
it's after a while you're just like, come on, man.
Oh yeah, especially like being in LA, like living here, growing up here, like it's very easy to be jaded, and I definitely know that about myself, and I'm actively combating that part of me.
Yeah, and it's like you go to a show to like connect to something and like find something genuine and real in like such a world of like that perfect, cookie
Polished.
cut, like edited, like we just want real, we just want feeling, and we want something human that we can, all connect to.
Right,
Mhm.
right.
Yeah.
But Miss, any bands you're into?
Well,
Say Faytooth.
I love Faytooth. I don't know if you guys have heard of Faytooth, but that's so funny. I mean, it's kind of tough because none of my like taste currently really like reflects. I think like I'm not really listening to a lot of rock or like punk or metal right now. Which I think honestly has been kind of nice in that I feel like I don't. It's almost nice to not have influences sometimes. I don't know if that sounds like pretentious or something, but
Creating a
like
vacuum.
it's just kind of nice to not be like hearing something you've heard before when you're creating. And so
That's still kind of an influence, because you're not really sure you're not listening to
you're not listening, but it's like
the same
still
shit
present.
over and over
Yeah,
again. But
yeah,
listen
yeah.
to a world of things
Yeah, totally.
is
Is
influenced.
yeah, which I think has been nice. So I'm trying to think of what I've been listening to lately. I mean, I listen to a lot of Dean Blunt, who's like a kind of experimental like hip hop artist from London, and then like kind of in that same realm as like Slauson Malone and like Earl Sweatshirt, and like those sorts of people. They have like really interesting, like I don't know, production. I really like Black Country New Road, which is kind of more like experimental. If we're talking about like big fun, like I guess like Idols and like
Yeah,
Swans
love
is kind of
Idols.
in that realm, and I dig them. I don't listen to them actively, but I think they're cool. If we're talking about like that kind of stuff.
You go to a lot of shows. You go out.
I actually go to a lot of DJ sets now, so I feel like electronic music has been like a little more influential, perhaps.
Like EDM stuff, that type of
No, I listen to more like minimal techno is like how I probably describe it, which I really like. I think like I don't know, I feel like I sound so pretentious right now,
No.
but like I really do like techno though, and like I don't know if we're talking about like kraut rock, which is kind of like all German, like Can is great and like those kinds of bands. But I guess what I listen to mostly, I've been listening to a lot of Lana Del Rey. Like I love her. Lana Del Rey, Dean Blunt, Coco Rosie always. Chelsea Wolfe is amazing.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
very heavy. I Joanne Joanna Newsom is really amazing. She does like kind of like medieval folky stuff. Joanne Robertson is great. She does kind of like a minimal like Mazzy Star type thing. And so yeah, just like I don't know, I like to listen to everything. So
They're real progressive.
thank
Lot
you.
Of, lot of progressive
I'm
music
trying.
and,
I mean,
and
Jenna,
experimental stuff.
yeah, I think experimental is like my favorite genre across the board. And that can be anything. Like also like Earth Theater and like Arca is like also they're really great. Yeah, Jenna and I are like DJs on another radio station, and so like I think I'm just always trying to have it be eclectic.
Oh, which
for
one?
that. It's actually it's 99.1 in Venice.
The KLXU or
It's KTPC. So it's like a low power radio station,
Okay.
KTPC.
That's it's like KLBP.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
think it's like the same, like it's a very much so the same, but you just have to listen to it on the west side. But
Yeah.
so
You go past certain street. And
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. So I love low power radio.
Yeah.
It's the best.
It is.
My favorite.
It's so cool. You're like in static, and then all of a sudden
Yes,
you're
exactly.
like, "What is that?
Yeah.
It's KTPC."
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you stay on 99.1 and you drive from like Long Beach to Venice, then you'll like the best.
There's a horrible pocket of like a top 40 station from like downtown
So funny.
to the west side, but then like once you cross the 405, it's gold.
Mhm.
Chef's kiss.
Really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like a kid. Like I told them, I was like when I first got on the station, like, why are you 99.1? Everyone has 99.1. Why are you? They're like, well, we're only over here.
Mhm.
Because like when you go out to like Pomona and you hear the Claremont station.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
99.1. There's a few other ones like they're all 99.1.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
I'm like, what the fuck, but low powered
cool.
shit.
It's
So
pretty
yeah.
cool. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Yeah.
cool, and it's funny because like at one point, sometimes they'll intersect, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, which one am I listening to?
Yeah.
Right now?
Yeah.
The remix.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you're gonna mix it too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, so just this is gonna be the quick question section.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
nice. Rapid.
Love
Rapid.
rapid fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Check my notes.
Should we all?
All right.
Do we need to
Do we all
study
answer
or?
the same question, or do we?
Yeah, it should be real quick.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
My heart.
We
is
can
Alright.
go in like a pa pa pa.
Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. Bada, bada,
Scooby-Doo,
bing.
pa pa.
Oh God.
Right. So
Pa, pa.
racist.
talking to Venice people too. It's weird. I have a lot of Venice people out here, man. You guys stay in your own neighborhood. You don't come out too much. All right. Coming to pizza, is pineapple a topping?
Yes.
Yes.
100%.
Damn, that was quick. Everyone else was like,
It's a favorite of ours.
I
Yeah.
love pineapple on pizza.
Yeah.
In
I
the
don't
summer,
give a
dude.
Heck. It's so
Like,
good.
you can't get better than a pineapple on a
It's very
pizza.
controversial.
Give or take the ham.
apparently, but I am a vegetarian.
Vegetarian.
So I will not do ham, but I do respect pineapple on pizza.
all right, when you're super, super dry and thirsty,
Mm.
warm beer, down it or no?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Didn't you do that like today?
I did it just outside.
I could never.
It's an
I did it
activity.
again. Watch.
Yeah.
Do it right now.
It was birthed by necessity and necessity alone.
All right, what favorite beers?
Modelo.
Sapporo.
I'm a Corona enjoyer.
But favorite whiskey?
I don't like whiskey.
I don't like whiskey.
Yeah,
Sorry.
go with
Tequila? Or
Jim Beam.
Bullet.
That's the only whiskey I know.
what hard liquor you drink?
Gin.
Okay, favorite gin.
Botanic.
Favorite gin.
I
Oh,
don't
you
drink
do?
gin, but
Oh.
I love Patron.
Sorry.
Oh,
there you go.
Yeah, I don't need gin, but give me some Patron.
But give me a
Yeah.
Patron.
Right.
Any day, yeah.
But the whiskey guy, come on.
Yeah, like Bullet or I'm not like a connoisseur.
You just
I'm just like what's here.
put it in
I've
my face. Put it in
Like,
my face and it'll go down.
yeah, they put it in a glass and I'm your man. That's
Do
all
you
I
drink
need.
it on the rock?
Yeah, I like doing a little
Wow.
Sinatra every now and
That's
again.
crazy.
But yeah, I usually rocks on everything. I'm not like a warm, except if it's beer that's been sitting in the sun. I don't like warm liquids.
I mean, man,
Generally.
you're at a concert and shit, or like in the parking lot and it's hot, and you're like, fuck. I'm
I
thirsty.
think-
You know, it's like,
okay.
you didn't put those in the cooler. Fuck.
Jenna and I have
Yeah.
had this conversation. Like, we feel like we've been scarred from hot liquids, especially like hot alcohols, because we grew up, being 16 years old, going to shows, and you have like that one warm like butt cheek
Water bottle.
flask or water bottle that's just been like sitting in your backpack, soaking in the sun's rays.
God, the water.
The
Well,
water
bottle's
bottle's like.
fine. But it's just like that hot beer.
Yeah, it's
that-
just
Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
any of it. Like you can't be picky. So
Alcohol or like a bottle of water?
Water bottle of
Alcohol.
alcohol.
Yeah. We're still on whiskey.
yeah. Anyways,
Yeah.
So going to shows at 16, and you didn't go through the whole like what's that shit? Fucking Boone's Farm phase and all that stuff.
oh,
Uh-huh.
like the cheapy.
Yeah,
cheapy
and all the
booze?
cheap stuff. The Mad
sure we
Dogs.
did.
I feel like this
Christian
is an
brew.
incriminating question.
It is.
They still have those?
Are you guys cops?
They still have them, right? Yeah, they're still out there. You know.
Mm.
Oh yeah, I got these guys fucked up.
Yeah.
I'm dead.
That's
so
incriminating.
funny.
Yeah. See, that's we're not cops, right?
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah. Well, okay. So he's like adopted kids. He's like, my adopted sons. So I tell you, but like me and the wife told him, you guys come here and get fucked up.
Mm.
Because I don't want you guys out,
Yeah.
Safe space.
doing shit I did. Being fucked up somewhere you don't even have no clue where you're at. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So yeah, a couple times. Didn't you guys like that fucking moonshine shit or something? Have you tried those?
Oh, moonshine.
Yeah.
Like
I
moon-
mean,
like
they're
moonshine,
store
like-
bought. So it's not like it's
Right.
like straight from the
Oh, I
back.
thought
Yeah,
it was
right.
like actual moonshine.
I've
yeah,
had it.
no.
My buddy knew a guy out in Death Valley who made moonshine, and it tasted just like an apple pie.
Wow.
It was wonderful.
Wow.
That's very impressive.
Delightful. The only warm alcohol I would recommend.
Well, I feel like what's it called, like mulled wine. Oh my god,
Mm.
glug.
Glug, yeah.
Yeah.
She's
like a
she's part Finnish,
Scandinavian-
so she makes this like holiday beverage. It's like this
really
hot.
good.
It's like
Kinda
mulled wine.
But it's like an
tea.
intentionally warm alcoholic
Yeah, it's like-
drink, and so I think
that's
that's the
like-
difference.
Well, that's moonshine, right? Or like sake, right?
Mm.
You
Yeah,
I
it's
love
true.
sake.
Yeah.
Sake is very
You
good.
know. Yeah, but no, this is like you go to the store, you buy it, it's like jarred, but they have the blueberries, but
Mm.
they have blueberries in the jar, like
I've
fermenting
seen
in the.
Oh, yeah, I've seen
Yeah,
that.
and then so these guys are drinking, and they're like, "Oh, this is cool." But once they ate the fucking blueberries, no, it was game over.
Oh
Wow.
yeah.
I mean,
They
it's
were
really an
fucked
art
up.
form. Like, if you
It is,
really think about it, it's
truthfully.
like kind of beautiful.
It's a skill.
Truly an art form.
Mhm.
Oh, that's nasty shit.
Yeah.
See, even then, yeah, and then, like we tell them, you come here and you smoke all your weed and drink, and you do it here,
Dad.
Well,
For sure.
I know better. 'Cause,
Yeah.
I don't want you in the streets like I did, getting fucked up, and waking up in Santa Monica, and I don't
Right.
even know where the fuck I'm at.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't even know anybody in Santa Monica.
Yeah.
What the fuck am I doing out here?
Well, now you know us.
Yeah.
Now I know,
Yeah.
see? Now I'll be like,
We
yo,
don't
see,
even
now if
go
I
to
wake
Santa
up,
Monica.
but I know street play, dog. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, you don't even know.
Yeah.
All right, so last question. This is like the big one, right? This stumps everybody. Trying to take too long, but put you on a desert island, man. What 3 records you taking with you?
3
Ooh,
records.
3
Yeah.
records.
Mm,
That's really difficult.
that's a really good question.
And whenever someone has one, go for it.
I mean, 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge by My Chemical Romance. It's just I have to. That's just for me. Um. hmm.
Damn, look at
This is really silly,
Well,
but
there's so many.
look at
the
the gears
fir-
in the brain just going
the
at
first
it, bro.
one, this is like silly. The first one I thought of was Universal Consciousness by Alice Coltrane. I feel like I feel like it'd be kind of nice. I don't
Yeah,
That
know.
would be
yeah.
nice.
It's like ethereal jazz.
Oh, only 3?
Hey, man.
That's rough.
That's a fucked up question.
Oh, okay. Sweeping across genres, I think I would go like Era Vulgaris, Queens of the Stone Age. I would go Wu-Tang Clan, 36 Chambers, and I would go I would it's probably like Bitches Brew.
All right.
That's nice.
Miles Davis.
Miles Davis.
You really have to get like a range because you can't listen to one.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's why I
thing.
was like, go jazz, go a little hip hop, go.
That's
Yeah, I would do,
rock.
like,
I'm gonna do the same.
This is G-Funk by Warren G.
Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta think of my third.
Okay, I think I would do Universal Consciousness by Alice Coltrane. I would listen to some rap songs by Earl Sweatshirt. And then
Perplexed. Look at him.
has to be one really good album that I've been listening to. Okay, This Is How You Smile by Helado Negro.
Nice.
That's a beautiful,
Solid.
beautiful album.
Yeah,
It's-
I'll take Led Zeppelin 4 and the best of the Eagles and
Oh God.
God.
That's how I get myself
This
off
is
of a
an
desert island
anti-
very quickly.
That's the quick way.
Household.
oh, Dark Side of the Moon. Yeah.
Oh,
Dark Side of the
That's
Moon.
so
Right,
funny.
right.
Hello. It's crazy asking musicians that kind of question because I feel like all of our brains looks like that cabinet.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
You literally go through
Or,
your
like, going
internal
through
record
it.
store, just like,
Oh yeah.
and then you
Yeah.
pull out.
Damn,
Okay.
you already said 36 Chambers.
I
I'm
did.
like,
Are you
that's
still
a
looking for your
perfect-
last one?
It's a perfect album, like all
I know
the
we
way
were cooking
through.
dinner the other night, and we were like, oh my god,
It's just perfect.
just through and through.
Yeah.
You can listen to that whole record front to back.
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
gonna have to agree.
So that's my nephew up there, right? So when that album came out, me and your dad went to go get that album when it came out, and I remember the 12-inch came out first, and it was the main 12-inch was Protect Your Neck with Method Man on the B
Yeah.
side. So that we bought, me and Abel bought. We used to DJ and shallow house parties and shit right when it came out. And I remember when the album came out, me and your dad went to buy it, and we went back to the house to play it, and we hooked up his car speakers in his room, right? And played it, and by the third song, I was out like a light. I was just like, "What the fuck?"
That's so funny.
That album had to grow on me,
Yeah,
like literally. I was like, "Yeah."
sure.
It's laid
Oh,
back,
but
but
it's-
it's really intense simultaneously. I think that's why I enjoy it. You can kind of pull out what you want from it. Like if you want the energy, you can go like Bring the Ruckus. If you want like something mellow, you can go.
But-
It could be all just so simple.
But also
Could it
keep
all
in
be
mind
so
when they first came out here, they were booed.
Who?
Wu-Tang?
Yep.
Why?
They said-
Just cause like West Side and East Side,
They
or
just didn't nobody liked them at the time, but
They were ahead of
but
their
the
time.
it was
Yeah.
they used to have these events called Unities, and it was they were in LA usually, and yeah they brought him down, like they would bring Common, when he was Common Sense
Mm.
before he dropped the Sense, and then they'd bring all these back then all these people down, and they brought Wu-Tang. What the fuck are these guys, man? They went up there, and it was like all right, but overall they got booed.
Wow.
But the RZA, he got on the mic and he was like, "Hey, we're Wu-Tang, we're from New York, blah blah blah." He said, "When we come back, oh, you guys are gonna be cheering for us."
I love it. I
Wow.
love it.
And it was, they came back
Yeah.
and it was just like, "Ooh, shit,"
Yeah.
But the first time they were here, they got booed.
Crazy.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's
Have you
wild.
ever read The Tao of the Wu by the RZA? It's like his like Buddhist like autobiography. It's really good.
I would love to
Really?
read that.
Yeah, it's
Is it
just
weird?
no, it's good. It's
Is it-
cool.
Is it okay?
I mean, it's like they're all like kind of short excerpts of like of lessons he's learned from like playing in shows or like
Love that.
being from New York and stuff. It's cool. It's actually like really good. I totally recommend it.
He could be a weirdo, man. Especially after that Bobby Digital shit he was doing. Like, fuck you smoking, dog. Fuck.
I mean, it's very like it's an interesting book because it's like Buddhism is about like dissolving your ego and stuff, but I think there's like a lot of ego in it, and
Oh,
so I don't
Mm.
know. Like, I mean, I think maybe that's like my projection onto it, but like, it's like an interesting mix of like his experiences
Mhm.
and like being proud of that, but also like having like a religious kind of like rebirth or something. I don't know. It's really good.
It's interesting. Like I feel like enlightenment. It's something. It's like I feel like it's something you attain, but the second you start talking about it, it
It's
almost
not-
introduces that ego.
I think that's literally
It's like, oh, I'm
how I felt.
enlightened now. I see beyond it all. It's
Yeah.
Like, okay, cool.
Well, I
Or
think that
no,
was how it
we'll see
was.
you
Like, yeah.
Well,
that's
see,
how
for him,
Yeah.
it was for him and what 1, 2, 3 of them, at least 3 of them. It was like a second opportunity
Mm.
because he put out a solo album
Mm.
back in '89. He was Prince Raheem.
Mhm.
That came out flop.
Oh yeah.
The Jizza put
Right.
out an album
Mhm.
called Genius, flop.
Mhm.
It was horrible. That album was horrible. And then Raekwon was in another group.
Mhm.
That said, yeah, and they were just kind of like went nowhere. So Wu-Tang was kind of like a second chance for some of those
Yeah.
guys.
Mm.
Some of those guys just
Really
seemed like I think it
was,
was like
yeah.
the first, like a real first chance. But like RZA, Jizza, and Raekwon, I know they were actually on. Like I have 12 inch with the Raekwon on it.
Oh
And then
snap.
yeah, the other guys have they had put out their album.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's like what's the fucking guy's name? House of Pain dude.
Mm.
What's his name? I can't. You know what I'm talking about, right? The
I
jump
think
around
so.
guy.
Yeah.
He put out an album
Yeah.
with Ice-T.
Mhm.
Mm.
And fucking
Yeah.
horrible.
Wow.
That shit sucked. You know what I mean?
Babe, what's your third record? We haven't heard it.
I mean,
Still,
I just agreed. It's 36 chambers. Like I don't
Wow.
know.
yeah.
I'm getting stuck, and it's just so good.
All
Yeah.
right, last question, and I thought about this one a while ago. I forgot about it because we all have them. We all have them. So just just to make
Fears.
people kind of squirm a little bit,
Oh,
right?
what?
So everyone has them. You gotta give me your what do you call those There you go.
Okay.
What's your guilty pleasure song?
Guilty pleasure.
That one that you listen to by yourself. You're like, I hope no one's watching me sing this.
I don't
Oh my
believe guilt has any place
Come
in
on.
music.
I had one last night. I got off work. And I'm like, I'm gonna fucking play this so loud in my car. I don't
No.
care. It's freaking Black Velvet. You know that song? It plays on the
like
radio.
rock country song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, this
wrong
song's
with that?
good. Yeah.
That's so funny.
So I just blasted it, and I was like, God, I hope no one hears me. Just like Mississippi.
You get a groove on.
I was in a zone. Sure.
That's so funny. I was gonna say kind of a similar one. I've never heard that song, but I
You've
think
heard it.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
you definitely
Ju-
heard it.
I think it's a similar one. There's a song I really like called "I Drive Your Truck." I don't know who it's by, but it's like a modern country. I do love country. I don't know. I do love it, but
There's great country.
there is great country out there.
Okay.
But It's called "I Drive Your Truck." I don't remember who it's by, but it's like, "I drive your truck, I roll up." It's really good. It's just a great
but
song.
if you can't sing that in front of people, that's not a guilty pleasure. That's
I
kinda,
almost played it on the radio, but then
Come on, I'm talking
then
about
I
that one
didn't.
that you're like, man, I hope nobody knows I know this.
Is that not a good enough answer?
I- I'm
What do you
just
need?
asking, 'cause you're like, it's a country song, but I like country.
I do,
know what I mean?
yeah. Oh my god, that's true. Yeah, I used to love Pierce the Veil, and so I mean, I still love Pierce the
Then there's no guilt.
Veil. But I am a little embarrassed about Pierce the Veil. I think I know all of their songs like up until like 2014, so kind of any one of those, I guess.
She's got guilty pleasure albums.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a flair for the dramatic is probably my that's my favorite.
What about yours? Come on.
Mine. Guilty pleasure. I have no guilt about liking them as a group, but I think Wham Rap. It was like their first single, I think, or one of them.
Right.
George Michael raps,
Yeah.
and I love him to death, but it's not a good song, really.
Really?
I mean, I think so, but that's why I feel guilty about it, and I don't want to talk about it anymore.
We should play these on the way home.
I love that song.
Yeah,
wait,
you
can
like
we-
Wham Rap?
Can we?
I do too.
I grew up on that song.
Yeah, I mean, I get down to it too, but I played it for someone, or I put it on my radio
funny.
show, and I got a lot of judgment from my co-host. So I felt like I was
That's
like,
so
"What? This
funny.
doesn't rip?" And he's like, "This is weird." Like he just didn't understand
Well, there
what
is.
was happening. But
Yes, it is Wham, so there's a lot of cheese on it. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
but
but-
it's George Michael, man. Everything he touches turns to gold. He's like the Midas of 80s UK pop.
I did not expect Wham Rap, but yeah.
I don't know.
Of course,
I guess
again, it depends on who you're talking to. 'Cause if
Depends on who you're
Yeah.
talking to. I mean,
You kind of a bunch of older people, K-Rock heads, and they'll
Yeah.
love Wham Rap. Well,
Yeah.
most of them will. They
I-
should.
yeah. I mean, I don't feel
Unless
guilty.
they're like, hardcore fucking, oh, fucking punk, I'm too punk for punk,
Right.
Yeah.
But most K-Rockers will love it. I love that song.
Yeah.
What's your guilty pleasure?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Oh, mine is horrible. Mine's fucked up.
What is it?
It's it's I every once in a while I'll put it on my phone and play it for my wife, and she's like, "Turn that fucking shit off." It's called "Eye in the Sky," and totally admit by Alan Parsons Project. Total
love
80s
Alan
like
Parsons.
elevator music, cheesy fucking
That's
pop
so
song.
funny.
But I just
Okay.
it grew up, and it was a weird song to me.
Yeah.
And even when I got older and I actually found out what it was about, and it
Mm.
was fucking weird. Cause it's like it's almost like the Police. What's that one?
Every breath you take.
Right.
yeah.
It's like that.
The
Like
Police did
people
that song.
people were like,
Yeah.
I did not know that.
yeah, people were like, oh, that's my wedding song, But it's like it's
Mm.
about a fucking creeper.
Oh.
Right?
Really?
So this is like kind of thing like Eye in the Sky, and the guy's like, yeah, I wrote it because he was watching the news, and it was about he got the idea from the helicopter watching
Whoa.
the city kind of
Wow.
thing. Yeah.
That's
interesting.
cool.
Yeah, but the lyrics are fucking weird, and then even then I never heard the beginning. There's a whole beginning of it, but the Bulls when they came out, like when Jordan was there, would use the beginning of that song when they came out.
Oh my god.
That bam, 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 that's the beginning of the fucking song.
Oh,
I didn't know
wow.
that till years later.
Whoa.
I was like, yeah, this
That's a
is
trip.
Yeah.
That's my guilty pleasure. That's one of them. I have a few.
Yeah.
Nice.
I ain't gonna lie. There's a few because even my mom, like, she was a big Billy Squire fan. So even
Okay, Billy
singing-
Squire rips The Stroke. That's my stripper song, also.
Yeah.
That's a good stripper song.
Yeah.
It is.
I
That's my
actually put
go-to.
it. I used to DJ for a stripper, and I put it on a mixtape.
Oh, nice.
Years ago. Yeah, she fucking loved
Oh,
it.
it's immediate hype. Anywhere you are.
But I had to endure that fucking album constantly, and Lover Boy, Lover Boy.
Yeah.
That's
Working
come
for
on.
the weekend.
Right.
That's
The
100%
Drake
cheese
song?
right there, bro.
Like
That's
you-
all cheese all day.
Right.
That's a fucking
That's a
cheese
good
factory
song.
right there.
Oh
But-
yeah, maybe.
yeah.
Hell
maybe
yeah.
There's some
Actually,
Drake guilty
yeah,
pleasures.
I-
Passion fruit kind of rips.
Drake
Ugh,
is
God, I hate how good that's.
kind of love Drake. Is
Oh.
my hot take.
Ah.
But like I would never say that except for on the
Just
radio.
do it
I
on the
guess.
radio.
But I feel like maybe Drake is a good guilty pleasure.
I
That
think
last
that
album
hit.
with 21 Savage is good, which yeah, it hurts.
But like you
but
can't
it's
listen
good.
to it like a lot.
I listen
feel
to it
like.
every day.
Really?
Yeah.
Love.
I think Jamiroquai is pretty good. Maybe that's a hot take.
Oh, that
I
guy
don't know.
fucking kills, man.
Yeah.
I love Jamiroquai.
He can dance, man. Maybe not the native headdresses, but maybe that's why it's guilty.
I retract my statement that I love Drake. Also, I need to say that.
We found the guilty pleasure.
I think that is a guilty pleasure then.
If your
Okay.
palms are sweating, it means you feel guilty.
That's so
about it.
funny. I'm like, no, I
Mine are
hate
too. Let's
him.
check it against the glistening lights.
All right, well, I think we about covered everything. What about yours? What's yours?
Yeah, what are your
Yeah,
guys'?
what-
Yeah.
Guilty pleasure. Yeah. What is it?
Wow.
Oh, I
Oh,
want to do
Oh my
drugs.
God. Yeah.
That's,
do you like Huey Lewis in the News?
that's probably about his song. Oh, I've heard it for years, and I've switched the station for years.
Hip to be Square?
That's so funny.
Oh man.
The song's so catchy.
What about you? Yeah, it's always a song like when you're little, man. You know.
Yeah, it's
Well,
not
that's
bad.
kind of yeah, but you're just a guilty pleasure because I make fun of it. 'Cause I fucking hate it. Like I'm a huge Judas Priest fan up
Mhm.
until that point.
Sure.
You know, and I was like, that's when we stopped seeing them. We stopped going to their concerts. I'm like, I ain't buying that record. Fuck that shit. But that's not a guilty pleasure. I'm talking about like, you know, something you don't want the world to know.
But
know what I
then you
mean?
wouldn't say it on the radio, I feel like.
But that's the fun of
Well, that's-
Moonkill Radio.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, just make fun of ourselves, man. You know, come on. You got to be like a Smurf song or something. Like I got a Smurf fucking little toy on the wall right there. Come on.
I have Smurfette on my bass.
See? Okay, never mind.
That's dope.
Cut his mic.
That's like a-
He's done. Cut
If
his
you went to
mic.
UCLA and said that, everyone would be like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah.
You have so many friends.
And send you out now. Walk of shame.
No, that's cool,
No,
man.
no.
Chopin rips.
See?
Yeah.
See?
Word.
That would be not classical music. Can't go wrong with that. You know, you just don't listen to it too much. You know what?
Beethoven's the original rock star.
See, you should
Dude.
put it on, like put on your headphones and put it on when you go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Like they say, put your headphones on your belly when you're pregnant.
Right,
Put
right.
classical music on.
Vivaldi was like the first metal artist.
Yeah, sure.
Was he the one who did The Rites of Spring?
Maybe.
Oh,
Need a
dude, the
fact
one that was
checker.
using that. Was the one that was using that huge
Wagner?
fucking, like,
Yeah,
cello?
that sounds way better.
It was like a 6-foot
sounds
cello,
right.
just to get that bassy, you know.
Sounds
tone.
like Vivaldi.
Yeah, probably, yeah,
so
it's one of him.
dramatic.
So
That's
yeah.
such a
dramatic.
diva.
Yeah,
man.
that might have been him.
Yeah.
Like you see the sketches where they're like standing on a ladder. One guy's like this, the other guy's down there.
You think about like going to shows at that time. Like if you saw that, you'd be like in amazement. Like it's like a gift from God. Like
Right.
you wouldn't be able to think about it.
Oh.
Wow.
Whoa.
Wow.
Dang.
Whoa.
That's really cool.
Ah, check that out.
That's
Wow.
tight.
That sounds like Bugs on Broadway. You guys ever
Is that
seen
the
that?
Danish
No.
Philharmonic?
Ah, dude.
That sounds sick. Wow.
Sick.
That's so cool.
Yeah, they used to have this thing called Bugs on Broadway, and it was at the Hollywood Bowl. Look at the Hollywood Bowl. Last time I saw it, this was fucking '92 or something. But they would show the cartoon,
Mm.
but they'd have the orchestra playing the music.
I love that.
Yeah, like it was fucking cool.
That's
Oh, that's tight.
That's
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah.
So that they bleep the sound except for they bleep the music.
Yeah.
So if there was any talking, you would hear the talking,
Mhm.
but the orchestra was playing all the music
Mhm.
live.
Mm,
That was cool.
That was very cool.
that's really cool.
Bugs on Broadway.
It was called Bugs on Broadway. Yeah.
There are a lot of what is it? Bed bugs in New York. I'm gonna
Well, that's next time
stop talking.
on our next session. Bed Bugs in New York.
That'd be
Tune in
awesome.
for that one. We get deep in the sheets and bed bugs in New York. No diss to you New Yorkers out there, but New York is a weird place, right?
I've never been.
It's a fuck. There's like its own planet.
Right.
It's its own planet that has its own people.
New York. It's its own island.
No, but it's like their own, like some in the water fucks those people up. That's it. Right.
Yeah. And the
Right.
bagels.
Yes.
Dude, yeah. No, they're people are a trip. I
Manhattan
love them.
is
I love the
an
depth of the
island,
trip.
What?
Manhattan is an island.
Manhattan, yeah.
I
Manhattan.
learned that in trivia recently.
Yeah, water all around.
Or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Maybe it's somewhere else.
The world is an island.
Wow.
Anyways.
It really makes you think.
Anyways.
Going deep on this one. Right. Well, again, thank you guys for coming.
Thank
Hope
you
Thank
guys.
you,
had a good
Joe.
Thanks for
time.
having us.
It's
I
so much
appreciate it.
fun.
This is awesome.
Yeah, and you guys are always welcome to come and play
Hell yeah.
as long as you want. More
Somewhere
than a
new
couple
York
songs,
Island.
and we'll always ask for one more.
Hell yeah.
Right.
We love it.
And we'll try and get Fade Tooth in here.
Oh yeah.
as well,
Definitely.
if it's cool.
Yeah, totally.
See, we have it in now, so.
Well,
She said.
I feel bad I can't. I'm sure we can make it happen eventually.
Well,
Street Play
that's
can
what
come
I'm
back
saying,
dressed.
so
Yeah,
if it doesn't,
totally.
totally blaming her. Her fault. She said
That's so
they would be in here
funny.
tomorrow.
That's
Right? You guys heard it. They heard it.
so funny.
Right. No,
Right.
Yeah, thank you guys
Thank
for
you so
playing.
much
Thank
for
you
having
so
us.
much.
This
Thank you.
is
Awesome.
so honored.
Street Play. Instagram.
Street
Yeah.
Play on Instagram with 2 Y's.
You guys have one. What's those things they use now? What do you guys
Like-
link trees or something, or link tree? You guys
yeah.
have one of those?
Yeah.
Okay. Check
Linktree.
the
Yeah.
link trees in the description. Check them out again, or this again, the Bandcamp and
Spotify, Apple Music.
Spotify, Apple Music.
Got
all-
a new record coming out soon.
Mm-hmm.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, hopefully we can get this out before it gets out there. Okay, we've been backed up. Sorry, we can't promise much, but again, the live stream is
Fiber.
up. Guys,
yeah.
check out the live stream, of course.
Thank you.
They jammed it again. In last words, anybody shout outs?
Just thank you.
Yeah, thanks
Thank
so
you,
much.
everyone here that did
Yeah.
this today.
We really appreciate it.
Yeah,
Sure.
this is awesome. Thank you guys for watching.
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you.
All right, get Street Play again from LA. MoonKILL.